Stay tuned for Brady's exit interview. Hello everyone. Today we're here with Brady. He was voted out last episode and is now a member of our jury.
In episode 2, you took on the s'mores building part of the relay. What was your game plan to accomplish that, and how did you all decide who was doing what?
I thought I should do the s'more one just because I thought I was good at eating personally, because I'm big, yeah. At the time, I didn't know how to build it correctly compared to the other competitors. I thought I had to build it before and then transport it first, but you just done one piece at a time, which I had no clue. So yeah, that's kind of the main reason I chose it, because I thought I just eat a lot.
In episode 2, you took on the 1-2 switch challenge. Talk to us about the mini game you played and why you chose to do that versus memorizing the Irish quotes. Are you a big gamer?
I definitely am a big gamer. I've been playing video games my whole life. And for that challenge, that was really fun. I was doing anime poses from Luffy from One Piece, which was awesome. And it worked. It actually worked, and I won that challenge. I was really excited. I'm glad I didn't do the memorization one because that was tricky. That was tricky too.
In episode 3, we saw the first of several team swaps. How did you feel about breaking away from your original Lakota, and did you start to form any new alliances at that point?
Oh, that was hard, like, especially being the only Lakota, right? I was really trying to talk to Haley and Caleb and start an alliance at the time, but I could tell Haley wasn't really on track with it, and we didn't really have time to talk. I was still curious if Haley would have voted for Mark or Jay at the time, but after that first tribal, I was scared. I was really scared. I thought it was just next, so I'd really try to form an alliance with Mark right afterwards.
Episode 3, when you randomly chose your burlap bag, you and Jake picked the half idols and had to use an octopus phrase to find each other and then activate the idols in time. Tell us about that night and how you found each other without others finding out.
Alright, so I had no clue that I had it in my bag. I just saw my box because that was what I was worried about. I saw I was on no one's team at the time. I was worried. And then when I got back, right when I was walking back to my dorm, I reopened it. I'm like, I got something. And then in my video, I had no clue what was happening. Like, I got to find the person who has this. So I searched around and I went into the lobby that night and I saw Claire and Lauren and I just told them, like, I have an advantage. Does anyone else? And they said no. I was dang it. I thought I was just done. And then when I went back, they were still doing like extra trivia games. I saw Jake. He was the first one I had this, and he's like, no way, the other one. And I didn't know if Katie noticed at the time because she was right next to Jake. She had no clue, and we just got at that point.
Okay. As a follow-up to those idols, you and Jake decided not to use those idols until episode 8 when Haley got voted out, and you used yours to save Alyssa as opposed to yourself. What was your strategy with waiting to use them and who you used them for?
Okay, this is gonna sound weird. I had a vision, right? At that point, I saw Anthony go, and I really didn't want Anthony to go. I really just wanted him to play his idol. I was scared of his idol. I screwed up on that. I should have not gone home. I should have just voted Jay. I told everyone to vote Jay. But at that point, I had a vision because I saw Haley. Everyone wanted to take Haley to the final four, I thought, because I'm not trying to be mean, but I thought you were playing the worst game compared to everyone else in the game at the time. And I saw a path for me to get a 3 to the finals. So I wanted to succeed and keep a lot of threats still in the game. At the time, I wanted Alyssa to go next. I had a whole plan with Alyssa going, then Jay, and then Alec and Jake. And then I'd have to meet Claire, Kate, and Marcus at the final four. So that was the whole reason, just because I knew other idols would be played later on in the future. And I thought this was a plan, and I wanted to use it. I was just excited to make it move.
So you were interested in playing the idol for Alyssa, but then eventually getting Alyssa out?
Yeah, I heard this is what everyone told me. Everyone wanted her out. I was, if that was not the case, I would have kept her longer in the game till like 6. She was by far, in my opinion, playing the best game. I was allied with her, but everyone kept telling me, we need to for Alyssa, we need to for Alyssa. I'm like, I can keep her for a bit longer, and she kept giving me advice and strategy with the next, and I saw her as a good person to work with in the game. But it comes to a point when I know somebody's gonna beat me, I gotta take them out sooner or later.
Alright. In episode 3, the challenges got more physical with the rubber band stretch and the tug of war. Talk to us about how you felt with those two challenges, with how those two challenges went for you, and how you kept motivating your team to try for the big W each round.
The first one, the rubber band challenge, I just kind of felt that I was exhausted and my waist was in so much pain. I had bruises there for like a week until it finally went away. And I knew when I picked my whole tribe, right, it was all former Lakota. It didn't really go as planned for me. But definitely during the tug of war challenge, I'm like, I gotta step up, right? I want my tribe to think of me as a good person. I got a loud voice, as you guys saw in the first one, right, where I was directing the people. So I said, let me just yell the word pull and be unity with my team. And Mark was really strong. Jay was in the back. It was going according to plan. Haley was pulling at the same time I was. So I thought that was really good. So I'm glad that one went decent for us. Came in second. Didn't come in first, sadly, but we did pretty good.
In episode 4 of The Wreck, you encountered yet another team swap, but this time into a larger team with 9 players each. What were your concerns at the start of the night? Your team dominated both challenges that night. Why do you think they were so successful?
I was super nervous, even almost not as bad as the first one, but extremely nervous again. I kind of got swap fucked, as I say. And it was definitely really hard. I only had like Marcus on my team, and I knew Jay was gonna go back to her Octavera, and I didn't have too much connection with Haley at the time. So I wanted to bond a lot with my team. And I noticed Anthony and Hunter were very good competitors. We won the first 2 challenges with ease. Alyssa carried us through that horoscope astrology stuff. I'm gonna be honest, the other team was definitely more athletic, it looked like. But our team had a lot of chemistry with 4 Octavera. They were very good in team challenges. And Alyssa knew what she was doing at the end.
When Anthony actually stole your hidden knowledge advantage at the cherry blossom tree and left you with just crackers in a burlap bag.
That was stressful. Dancing, right? I'm like, do I want to do this? I thought there would only be 1 and 1, like what Anthony thought too, how there'd be only 1 power, 1 knowledge. So I said, screw it, might as well just do it, help me, benefit me. Did it, and I'm like, these are such bad dance moves, but it's better than nothing. So I went to go get my advantage with Alyssa and Katie, right? I wanted more of their trust because I knew I'd have to depend on them a lot more in this game. So I went there and I opened the bag and I'm like, are you kidding me? There's just 3. It was opened. And I talked to Anthony later on and he said he didn't open it. So who knows? 3. Somebody just took some crackers out of the burlap bag.
Or
So
an animal.
it's a mystery. Yeah.
Nice little snack. In the rabbit hole egg transfer challenge in episode 8, what was your strategy in terms of where you were dumping your eggs? Was it just one person's bucket or random? why do you think you didn't do as well as Katie, who was literally in the lane to your right, whom you could have stopped from winning if you had put more eggs in her basket instead?
Okay. At the time, I really didn't understand the challenge. Like, I actually, even till the very end, I just finally understood it. But I saw Jay was just putting all of her eggs in my basket. I'm like, okay, is that how we're gonna play? At the time, so yeah. Plus, I was working with Katie. I didn't mind if she won. Like, good for you at the end of the day. So so I just realized I was like, I'm just putting my eggs in Jay's. So that was the plan for me.
Yeah.
My life motto is be prepared.
All right, Brady. So, has your life motto changed, or has it stayed the same since December?
It's changed a bit. That was the Boy Scout motto at the time. You always want to be prepared for what's ahead of you, which is still a good life motto. Mine's just acknowledge the past and take it into the future now. You get to change your own mindset. That's kind of my new one at the time I've been using. But it's very beneficial for Survivor, I thought, because you always got to be prepared, look at the moment, especially like the pool table challenge. I knew that one before, and I got to practice and dabble a little bit before that.
All right. Any final thoughts and feelings, Brady?
I have a couple things. I thought me and Jay were the best enemies of the season. Literally would just be hating on each other since the very first swap. And then we worked with each other for our big crucial vote on lead. And then we just got back to enemies again. I thought it was really good for her to vote me out. But overall, I'm rooting for most of the Shenango and Lakota. I was very happy with my beginning tribe ride, with them being extremely kind to me. At the end of the day, I'm very glad to be in this spot. It was very fun. Hosted. And I'm glad I get to choose the winner at the end of the day.